Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for 𝕉𝕠𝕚𝕝𝕝.com. And today's attraction tips video is called Proving Your Boyfriend Material. Now I'm sure you've noticed that at some point, as soon as you begin to like a girl, that any interest she had in you begins to fade. Now this doesn't happen every time, but it happens, and it's especially confusing when the girl was showing rather clear signs of having high interest in you initially. It just leaves guys, scratching their head, often accusing the woman of being crazy. Sometimes that girl is crazy, but it's usually a result of your own behavior. And I know I'm going to be getting comments from some of you saying, well, why is it always the guy's fault? Well, it's not always the guy's fault, but this is why you're here watching my videos, right? So you understand what makes women tick when it comes to attraction and relationships. But back to my point. We've all been through this at one time or another. Many of us have been through this numerous times. We meet a cute girl, we hit it off, there's clearly some initial attraction, and there's clearly a bit of a connection. And we think, wow, I kind of dig this girl. Or we may discover that a girl is interested in us, and perhaps we weren't blown away by her initially, but we go out with her or spend a little time with her, and we start to kind of like her. In many cases, in either one of those scenarios, the girl becomes more and more interested in you. She's making it super easy, always available, maybe she's very affectionate, she always wants to be around you, she's telling you all the things that you never knew that you wanted to hear. You notice that you don't have to do much to maintain this at all. It's almost like you could do no wrong. She's quickly winning you over. So you begin to think, hey, I can really get used to this. And you start thinking that you want to make her your girlfriend, your main squeeze. And as soon as you make this decision, she starts to go cold. Now, she's not as available as she was before. She's not reaching out as much. When you reach out to her, her response times are longer and longer, and she's only replying with short 1 or 2 word responses. When you go to kiss her, you don't feel the same passion from her that you once did. And you begin to wonder, what the hell happened? And one of the biggest mistakes men make when they're interested in a woman is they begin trying to prove that they're boyfriend material to her. So, in this attraction tips video, I'm going to be discussing why trying to prove that you're boyfriend material is actually pushing her away and what you could do about it. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at 𝕉𝕠𝕚𝕝𝕝.com. Click on the coaching tab, and there you'll see that I have several options for you to choose from. My coaching options include several phone coaching packages for my North American clients and several Zoom coaching packages for my clients outside North America. Now, since I discontinued the email coaching and implemented these new coaching packages, it's seemingly been going very well. And I just love that I've been able to talk to some of you who are located all over the world. So it's been a good change. But anyway, I'll post the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So oftentimes when a woman is really into you initially, but she suddenly went cold as soon as you decided that you like her, is because you're trying to prove that you're good boyfriend material. Basically, you find yourself, selling yourself. Instead of just seeing where things go between the two of you, like you should be, you're now being extra nice, being more attentive and responsive, bragging about yourself and how great you are, and even perhaps giving her gifts. I mean, I see men do this time and time again. In fact, I've done this numerous times over the years, and never once did it work in my favor. I was left confused and angry and blaming the girl and thinking she was just playing games with me. Then maybe I'd probably talk to a buddy and he would tell me that I was being too nice. So then, like a lot of you, when you realize that you're being too nice, I started being a total dick to women. And that didn't work either. Of course, all this can really begin to make you doubt yourself, which in turn makes you feel that you have to prove your value to women even more, making yourself even less attractive to women because now you're not only trying to qualify yourself, but you're also feeling unworthy. So the problem here is that you're trying to sell yourself. You're all in your head trying to think of all the things that you believe will make you an attractive candidate for a good boyfriend. So you show her how reliable you are, how you'll shower her with attention and gifts, how you'll always be there for her, that she could come to you to cry on your shoulder or when she needs something, that you're willing to commit, that you're loyal, and you take the relationship seriously, that there's no competition for her, and that you're basically a free agent ready to commit whenever she's ready. I mean, these are all good things that any woman would love, right? Well, the answer to that is yes, any woman would love all those things, but only if she were already completely in love with you and wanted to settle down with one man. The problem with trying to prove all these things to her is that by trying to sell yourself like this, what you're actually communicating is that you're low value. The exact opposite of what you want to communicate. Men who are high value don't feel the need to sell or prove themselves. They have a take it or leave it attitude. What you see is what you get. But of course, these guys have already done the work on themselves, at least in most cases. They have the right mindset. They're confident. They're strong. They take care of themselves. They have success. They know what they bring, or they know the value that they bring to the table regardless of whether or not the woman knows it. And they're not concerned about proving themselves. In fact, they may even think that she would be crazy for passing up this opportunity to be with him. So what do these guys do instead? They just have fun. They playfully tease her and flirt a bit, and instead of selling themselves, they put the woman in a position where she has to sell herself. A high-value man isn't asking himself, does she like me? I hope she likes me. What can I do for her to make her like me better? No, instead, he's asking himself, do I like her? She's certainly attractive, but what else does she got? I'll let her prove it to me. And if she doesn't prove it to him, he just politely exits the conversation and moves on to the next girl. So the next time you meet a girl, or if you're out on a date, instead of trying to qualify yourself to her, let her qualify herself to you. You do this by setting a fun and playful tone where she's relaxed and asking her questions, but shying away from the typical interview style questions. You know, things like, where are you from? What do you do? What's your major? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Things of that nature. That's all boring stuff that isn't going to entice her to prove herself to you. She wants to prove herself to be fun and a good choice for a guy who she looks up to and finds attractive. But that isn't going to happen if she's bored out of her mind. You being boyfriend material doesn't even really matter to her until she begins to feel something for you. Right now, all she wants to do is feel like she's having fun, like she's in the presence of an alpha or a high-value man. She wants to feel turned on by you. All that romance and relationship stuff comes later, much later. Remember, you don't even know if you actually like this girl yet. Just because she's cute or sexy doesn't mean that you're actually going to like her and be able to tolerate her. I mean, I've been with hot girls before that I could barely stand. So her being hot isn't enough. Plus, by you putting her in a position to sell herself to you, she'll naturally see you as higher value simply because she'll find herself qualifying herself. I mean, people don't do that to those who they see to be equal or below their own value. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be true. It's just your perceived value. It's all psychological. So, if you found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I'd also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I also have a link to some recommended reading of some great books that you'll really find helpful in further understanding how attraction works and understanding the masculine feminine dynamics and relationships. But I also have a link to my PayPal or my Bitcoin wallet address if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.